All right, what's up YouTube? We got a fun one today. I'm sure there's 10,000 videos of guys riding GS 1200s, 1250, whatever this thing is, but I have not ridden one before, so I'm pretty excited. It's like a $30,000 adventure bike. Somehow I have a chance to ride one, so got to throw the video on. Way different than my oh geez, way different than my normal riding. What the f? Thank you. Kickstand's down. It shows you how much experience I have on this thing. We got it, or I got it about 20 minutes ago. Rode about 10 miles to our secret photo location. It's a fun Jeep trail. And yeah, this has to be the nicest bike I've ever ridden. It's got this humongous engine on it. But what's crazy is it's so incredibly smooth. Like I said, there's probably 1,000 other videos like this, but not really from a perspective of riding, you know, a motocross guy riding one of these things, I don't think. Oh, check this out. Oh my God. That was a little sketchier than I anticipated. I mean, yeah, this thing has absolutely everything on it. I mean, it literally is like a BMW, right? I was like so surprised. Like, I've never driven in a BMW, so then to be like, oh yeah, here's this BMW motorcycle. I'm thinking, oh, it's just a regular adventure bike. You know, I've ridden Africa Twins and all that, super adventure KTM. But holy beef, because damn, this thing is so sick. It really feels light. I'm so impressed at how light it feels. I know it's going to be really top heavy, but I feel like I can get around in the dirt really easily. And it's so comfortable, like just sit. I can see why guys want to ride these things for 300 something miles. Super quiet. The power is like, it's got a freaking ton of power. We rode 10 miles on the street to get here, and I feel like I could do 150 on this thing. It's so fast, but in such a smooth way, like such a BMW style way. We're just on this fun Jeep trail, the mountains of SoCal. There's still a lot of water in the rivers and stuff. Trails are a bit dusty, but super fun. We got Rennie Skaysbrook up front there. You should check him out. He is our other guy at Cycle News. Just finished the Isle of Man TT, so good guy to be riding with. Guy is an absolute animal on any type of motorcycle. He's on the Moto Morini 694. I'll be sure to tag that video in the cards up top here. But yeah, what a blast. Not very often you get to ride one of these things, and to ride it on some fun stuff. It's not just like a little parking lot or something, you know. Another quick water crossing. This one looks a little bit easier, not as deep. I am literally wearing Vans because Rennie said we were just gonna do photos. I was gonna chase him around on this thing, so literally have Vans on. But shout out to Vans. I mean, I keep hearing snakes and stuff on the side. What a blast this thing is, dude. I would love to go do a big long trip on a bike like this. Ride to Sturgis. You can go anywhere you want. Would love to know if you guys have ridden one of these before. If you have, what did you think about it? What did you like about it, not like about it? What are some tips I should know for next time? Because I could see having one of these things and really putting some miles on it. You could knock out 150 something, you know, mile day, a couple hours in the saddle, no problem. You got room back here for the girl, your passenger. Be comfy. Let's see if we can. Woo! Rennie sees it, looks back. What are you doing, mate? Little traffic jam up here. Really cool too. You got a quick shifter on here. If you guys have never ridden with a quick shifter, the new KTM moto bikes actually have them, but if you're not familiar, it's from a bike like this, like a sport bike. And what you can do is you can be riding and shift gears without ever letting off the throttle. Little slow section here, so we're not going to be able to test it through the mud. Yeah, like right there. The bike feels really, really light and nimble, which is crazy when you see how big this thing is. So we got another little water section. Don't go off the edge there. Don't get the vans wet. So yeah, check this out. Here's the quick shifter. I'm in first gear. You want to go to second. I'm not going to let off the throttle. You can just, boom, second gear. What it does is it cuts the ignition for about, you know, a nth of a second. So you can get, so it'll cut the gear, move you up into second gear or third gear, whatever. And yeah, keep riding. Looks like we're going to get on this little parking spot here, stop for some more photos, and we'll jump back on with you guys in a bit. All right, well, I guess after a little pit stop, I'm taking the Moto Morini back. So this is apparently an older brand that is now, I believe it's a Chinese owned company now. But super cool. I think this bike is only $8 grand for a full-size adventure bike, 649 cc's. Let's wait for Rennie here. He's taking the GS back, and Mr. Isle of Man TT Pikes Peak champion, you know he's got to turn every assist off, so that thing's going to be wide open. But he was telling me this is the old Kawasaki Ninja 650 engine inside this thing. So in an adventure chassis, I believe it's got Italian heritage, do not quote me, but now Chinese owned. So definitely a cultured brand, if you want to call it that. Looks like we got some sketchiness here. I don't do too much time on the adventure bikes, but when I do, they're so fun for stuff like this. We're gonna go get lunch and some coffees after this. And how fun, you just get to go ride with the boys. Feels like you're motoing, but it's all legal as long as you're not speeding. This bike already, it's got the those rubber inserts on the foot pegs, which I absolutely can't stand on any bike. I feel like I got a tiny little foot peg, and my calves are getting a workout right now. A little juice on that one. Shadows through here are gnarly right now. It's kind of hard to see. Got all these big rocks in the road. But this engine's really smooth. Like, I'm really impressed. I know Rennie had turned everything off, all the assists off, when he handed this thing over to me. So probably has the ABS and every traction control off. So if I start sliding, you'll know why. A little juke jump over there. I can hear it rattling. I don't know if that's the chain or the bags. Not gonna lie, doesn't give me the best first impression right off the bat, but really cool dash up front, all the ride modes over here. I couldn't tell you what ride mode we're in. I think we're in the ride mode, which, like I said, Rennie's gonna turn everything off. See, we got another water crossing up here. Watch for the Subi gang. Little splash. Bike grips along pretty good for 8 grand. I mean, that thing up there is probably 30 grand at least. That's like the trophy edition. And I mean, that's probably a little more comfortable, nicer built all around, but 8 grand, you want to get into adventure riding, it's hard to go wrong with one of these things. Another gnarly water crossing. What's the line? Don't drop it. Oh, third gear, probably should have shifted. So yeah guys, kind of an unexpected video today, but how often are you gonna get to ride two bitchin' adventure bikes like this